Hello everybody and welcome back to another stream. Everything seems to be a-okay as I'm looking on the control unit on the left, and it's wonderful to be back. And like a super quick shout out to Raspberry Gaming for following on Twitch. Thank you so much, it's always appreciated. And to everyone else who is currently retweeting and liking, thank you. Yeah, welcome back. So we're playing Tell Me Why. This is the 7th time, I guess you could say, that I'm streaming. I do them like about an hour, 2 hours at a time. And we've sort of gotten, I think, halfway through what would be chapter 3. And if you haven't been following along, I'm going to be speaking about it now. So I hope you don't mind. And if you have been following along, you know this is for you. So essentially, what happened in the last episode is, or rather in the last stream, is we found out that there is actually a hidden room in the barn. And that was a bit mind-blowing, because that sort of gives us perspective as to why, or rather, not why, but as to who that person was that came around that tried to burn the barn down. And you know, we found notes and letters from who we think is the father of Allison and Tyler. And so now we know that there's possibly more, that maybe it wasn't just the notes that they were trying to burn down. And given the context of the game and the way that it's structured in terms of, like, you know, emotions and things like depression and anxiety, you know, it deals with a lot of like heavy topics, which is really great because not many games actually deal with these kinds of topics. And so the last stream was a little bit slower than the previous ones, but even so, there was a lot of really good revelations. And we played mostly as Allison, and now we're continuing as Tyler, who is at the barn, and we think Allison might get there a little bit later. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see what goes on, and maybe we'll finally find out who the Mad Hunter is, which a lot of you guys have assumed is possibly their father or someone who did something terrible to these kids, and I guess we're gonna soon find out. Hello Vicard, it's so good to see you again. Vicard, you've been here from the beginning. I know you're thoroughly enjoying the story as much as I am, so yeah, I'm glad to have you back, and we'll get straight into it. Hey? Yeah, let's do it, everybody.
Whoa, I just got hit with a flood of memories.
Love you, Mom.
You seeing what I'm seeing?
Mom?
Allison?
Yeah.
Straight in. Hello, Edward.
Now, if you ever come back here, I'm going to kill you!
Hey, Tyler? I've been looking all over the place for you. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Whoa. Hey, let's get you off your feet, okay?
Why are people always like that? Obviously not fine, we can see.
Listen, if you want to be alone, I'll go. But if there's anything you need to get off your chest, I won't snitch.
Now is the time.
You saw Allison? How is she?
Yeah.
Missing you.
I went back to check on her this morning. She was in a pretty bad way. Whatever went on between you two, it wrecked her.
Look, I don't want to drag you into this.
Well, I'm already in it, and you look like hell, so...
I just got a lot on my mind.
Well, I know one thing that's good for that. As a wise man once said, fishing is the cure to the wounds of the heart.
Fishing. That's not what I was gonna suggest. I'm not in the mood. Was that you? Okay.
Was that wise man you?
Hey, like I said, I gotta write my own legacy. So, you in?
I don't know.
Come on, we're burning daylight. Let's go.
I may as well.
Where are we gonna go?
Why go anywhere when we have a perfectly frozen lake right here?
Ice fishing in November?
Yeah. It got cold way fast this year.
Thanks, climate change.
That shit's gonna kill us.
Ditto,
But hey,
Michael.
fish first. You can walk behind me if you're afraid, though.
No.
You're actually serious.
I am a very serious man, Tyler. Let's go. We still have to get everything out of the car. Stage is set. It's showtime. Whenever you're ready.
Are we actually gonna
You
fish?
sure you don't want to go?
Nah. Look,
The only
no
game
way
I
I'm
normally
gonna
fish in
rob
is
you
Sea
of
of
your
Thieves.
first catch in your own backyard.
All right.
Yes, Edward. Exactly. There are many better ways of relieving stress than with a fishing rod and fishing.
Got everything you need, by the way?
Yeah, I'm good.
Man, I'm so gonna miss this.
Miss what?
Just hanging out and fishing and... You know, I'm not gonna have a lot of time after we move to Juneau with school and the JCE and everything.
Right. Right.
This is a one-sided
So did
conversation.
any of the people you came up with at Fireweed land in Juneau?
Oh, I'm not sure. Once they left, I never really kept in touch.
Really?
Everyone moves on. It's not that he wasn't close with people, but you know, everybody moves on.
People came and went a lot. And besides, everyone moves on eventually, right?
Not everyone. Not people who get so close they're like family.
Yeah,
I already have a family.
Well, there's a reason we think of families as trees. They keep on sprouting new branches and...
Oh, hey, I think I've got a bite.
Oh,
You got this. Reel 'em
what
in.
do we do? What do we do? Reel it in before the fish gets away. Oh. How? Is this
Come
gonna
on,
be-
pull up on the rod.
Left trigger. And then right trigger, complete the circle to catch the fish, okay?
No, give
Fair
it a
enough.
nice pull.
Oh. Okay. Okay, fair enough. It's
Got it.
decent,
I
not too
got it.
difficult.
Slippery little. Got it.
Bravo.
First of many.
Pace yourself. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Thanks, Sensei.
Oh, hey, did you want to make solid plans to hit the buzzard hole? The river might ice over soon, so we shouldn't wait too long.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. I was planning to go Saturday. I'll pick you up on the way out.
Cool. I'll set my alarm to ass crack of dawn. Hey, so the other day you were talking about your chosen family. How did you find them?
Well, high school can be kind of rough when you gotta hide who you are every second of the day. I got to a pretty dark place.
I can relate to that.
One morning, my uncle woke me up and told me to get into his car. I figured we're going fishing or something, but then we ended up outside the Juneau Coalition for Equality.
Your uncle brought you to the JCE.
Yep. He didn't know how to help, so we found someone who did.
That sounds amazing.
You know, even if you don't move to Juneau, my offer still stands. The JCE holds a monthly meeting. You meet a lot of good people there.
I'm not sure where I'm going, but yeah, if I'm around for the next one, I'll give you a call.
No pressure. Just letting you know the door is open.
You have this whole fancy bag just for ice fishing?
You don't mix and match. Ever.
Jeez, you don't mess around, do you?
Told you earlier. I'm a very serious man.
All right, here we go.
Oh, time to fish. Easy enough. man. Ooh.
I'm here. Okay.
These are really big fish.
Okay. How about them apples?
Oh, nice job.
I like
You
fishing.
weren't all talk.
Impressed?
I only see 2 fish in my cooler.
For now. So you gonna tell me what's in the cooler, or what?
Well, fish.
I could tell you. Or I could watch you squirm a bit longer.
Ugh. You're a terrible person. You know that?
You betcha.
You have this whole fancy bag just for ice fishing?
You don't mix and match. Ever.
Jeez. You don't mess around, do you?
Told you earlier. I'm a very serious man.
So, about last night. I don't know what Allison said, but from my side, well, I thought we were on the same page. But it turns out we weren't.
Hey, so don't tell her I told you, but last week your sister was almost unbearable. She was jumping up and down with excitement at you coming back.
Really?
You better believe it. Look, the last time you saw each other, you were kids. Just because things have changed doesn't mean you can't work it out.
Yeah, obviously. And you did push her hard.
I know. It's probably my fault. I really pushed her last night. I just don't get why she always has to run away from everything.
You blame her?
Avoiding the problem doesn't make it go away. She's so fixated on selling the house. It's like she's trying to bury the past. All of it. Even the good parts.
Look, I'm not picking sides here. Okay, but she's been murder house girl ever since it happened. Now she's got a chance to put it behind her and start fresh. Shit, I'd be pretty eager too.
I guess I didn't really think about that. I've been so focused on my own shit. It's been hard, you know? Figuring out how to live out here.
You mean outside of fireweed?
Yeah. When I first got there, all I could think about was getting out. It felt like a cage. But after a while, it started to feel more like a shell. I figured out who I was in there. But now I've got to work out how to be that person out here.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, none of us really know what we're doing. Like, shit may look bleak now, but your sister's never gonna give up on you. And you can lean on me too if you want. Just be careful, okay? Got a bad left shoulder.
I'll keep it in mind. Thanks for listening.
Don't mention it.
Don't you say anything. I got...
More fishing. Okay, let's see. Can we get another one? I hope so. Oh, come on, come on, come on. This is harder than it looks. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. What? No, come on! Yes! That was weird. I'm trying to hold it in at like a good degree, but it just doesn't want to... Doesn't want to hold... Come on. Ah, there we go. One more time,
Come on,
why?
pull up on the rod.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Michael. Yeah. 3 fishies.
Oh. Whoa. Bam. 3 out of 3.
Well played.
Yeah.
I got nothing. That was clean.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm a little disappointed. Hey, can I ask you something that's pretty personal?
Sure. Take
Take
off the gloves.
You've been with people, right? Romantically?
Yeah. A few. Have you?
No, not really.
That's kind of surprising.
I'm good on my own. I never really thought about it. I'm gonna say never met the right person.
I guess the right person just never came along?
But you're open to the idea?
Yeah, I could be. Let's say I'm reevaluating.
You want my take on it?
Sure.
Heartbreak sucks. Look, I stopped listening to the entire indie folk genre just because I was dumped at a show once. But I put myself back out there just like everyone who's ever gotten their heart stomped on. Because when you meet someone who really sees you, you don't have to pretend anymore.
Oh gosh, you still want to risk it with me? Like, I didn't even think this is where this was going. I mean, it was like, Let's go with, it's hard to argue with that.
Hard to argue with that. And you're still interested in being that someone? Even after all the shit that's happened?
Hey, I've got baggage too. I think it's worth a chance. Don't you?
Ooh. Okay, so I see y'all in the chats being like, do it, do it, do it, do it, go all in. Okay. Let's do it, I guess.
I think we're in total agreement here.
Yeah?
Yeah. I get this feeling like I could say or do anything with you, and it'd be cool. I feel safe.
You are. Because your sister would kill me if I did you dirty.
Yeah, she would.
So, doesn't look like you're catching anything with that. You want me to show you how it's done?
Oh, he is catching something. Feelings.
Hey, you're missing the show.
What show? What's the show? Oh. Oh, there we go. Make a move or do nothing. We're so doing it.
You okay?
Consent is key, y'all. Always. Edward, your your comments in the chat, honestly. It was kind of an obvious setup, you know? But it's still sweet.
So, yeah.
Yes. One way to put it. Hey, Allie. I think I'll just show myself out.
Okay, call me later?
You know I will.
Yeah, got his digits now.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, it's totally fine. We were done anyway.
Oh.
Catch anything?
Feelings.
Mostly ice, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, I'm sorry for freaking out yesterday. All of this, it's just been really hard on me.
Don't apologize. I was being an asshole. We should have never pushed you that hard.
Come here. God, why did I miss you so much?
Mm-hmm.
It's It's only been a day.
I've been told I have that effect on people.
You dum-dum.
Now, come on, Allison, tell him. Tell him what we know. Yes.
What? You're kind of weirding me out.
Can we sit down for a sec?
Okay, Yal, it's coming. It's coming.
So, what is it?
I was just at Sam's. He's not our father.
How do you know?
I asked him, point blank.
Yeah, arson's not his style. I mean,
I'm not surprised. Burning down the barn didn't really seem like a Sam move.
Yeah, I guess it was silly to suspect him in the first place. He'd never hurt Mary Ann's kids. There's something else. Look at this. This was taken in 1992 when Mary Ann first moved to Delos Crossing. See that ladder? Sam told me the barn has a loft. He helped her build it. Apparently she never told anyone about it.
And it's still there?
As far as he knows, yeah. What do you think? Should we give it a shot?
We've come this far. And a hidden loft? That's got secret shit written all over it.
Let's go.
thanks, Ed. You know, this is not the first time I've seen that, and I can't pinpoint why it's doing that. It seems to just randomly occur every once in a while where there's some sort of an audio glitch. I'm not really sure how to get rid of that, but thank you for letting me know. Okay, enough exploring. Let's actually just do this.
You want to take another look at the picture? It might help.
Yes, have a look. Okay. I mean, we should see it, right? Like, above the car. There we go. It's right there.
What do you think is up there?
I don't know. I'm trying not to speculate.
I thought I saw something red over here, but guess my mind's just playing tricks on me.
What did he see that was red?
No lever. Man, this place is a mess.
If there was ever...
I thought I saw something red over here. No lever. Man, this place is a mess.
If there was ever a time to find a magic portal.
Okay, well, there's the ladder, so... Just want to make sure we're not missing anything else. Can I take the ladder? Can I pick it up? No? So, like, we know it's here. We can see it. Okay.
What do you think is up there?
I don't know. I'm trying not to speculate. My brain was going to some real dark places.
There we go. It's probably just storage. We don't have to do this. I'll protect you.
Don't worry. Whatever's up there.
Well, they'll
I'll
protect each
protect you.
other.
We'll see how chivalrous you feel when you've got bats in that perfectly coiffed hair.
Alrighty, so... Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I literally just want to take this and that. I can't. Okay, let's... I mean...
Need to see the picture again?
No, we can see it. We know we need to go. Do I need to step on the car?
What do you think is up
Oh,
there?
I guess I have to look at it
know.
maybe from that like
I'm trying
angle.
not to speculate. My
So
brain was going to some real dark places.
Don't worry. Whatever's up there, I'll protect you.
We'll see how chivalrous you...
Just a regular old light switch.
there's a bunch of stuff.
Nothing here.
All right.
The handle should be behind this.
Whoa.
Ah, there it is.
I didn't even see that in the photo.
It's opening up.
The secret keeper always did store all the best secrets in the clouds.
Yep. Come on, let's find a way to climb up there.
Oh my gosh, it's the thing. Oh, I just got goosies. Look at it. Just sitting there. The Mad Hunter. Ooh. Okay. Guess we're doing this. Wow. That is amazing. That is beautiful.
Can you see anything?
Nope, nada.
Yeah, you can see all sorts of things. Stars, windows, it's beautiful up there. Oh gosh. Thank you for lightening the mood.
Here, found a switch.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Holy shit. Well, that shaved a few years off my life.
It's a beautiful room, despite the fact that the Mad Hunter is watching over them.
It's
Her story.
Look, she left us something.
Ooh.
It's got a combination lock with letters.
Do you think she hid the code somewhere in all this?
Knowing Mary Ann, probably.
Well, you want to do this?
Yes.
Yeah, let's start here.
Wow.
Recognize this?
Yeah, it's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the book?
I love the music even. Okay. So... to trick the Mad Hunter, right? There, the goblins trick the Mad Hunter. 39. Okay, what was that? Goblins trick the Mad Hunter, so it's 9. There. Once upon a time, in a castle just beyond the ancient and deep forest, the Mad Hunter was punished by the Gold Lady for failing to return with the wise princess. For your failure, said the Gold Lady, I will take your left hand. You will return to the ancient and deep forest and hunt the wise princess. And if you can bring her back, I will return your hand to you. Fail again, and I will take your right hand. The Mad Hunter could hunt with just his right hand, but if he lost both his hands, he would never be able to hunt again and would no longer be a Mad Hunter, but only a mad man. So the Mad Hunter returned to the ancient and deep forest, searching with his piercing eye for the wise princess. The crafty goblins were out searching for mischief when they saw the Mad Hunter on the prowl. We cannot let him find the princess, said the goblins, and so they devised a plan. It was wash day, and the princess had hung her beautiful gown out to dry. They stole it from the lion and stuffed it full of straw, and then returned to where the Mad Hunter was scouring the paths of the forest. As the Mad Hunter turned down a path that would have led him to the big wooden house, the goblins danced the straw princess in and out of view in the opposite direction. The ruse worked. The hunter fixed his piercing eye on them and followed. Through the day and into the night, they led him away from the true princess. As night fell, the crafty goblins realized the error in their plan. The Mad Hunter was now hunting them. If he caught them, he would not be kind. So they put their heads together to come up with a plan. It did not take them long to realize where they should go. They led the Mad Hunter to the edge of the deep and icy lake, and when he came into view, they weighed the fake princess down with stones and dropped her into the frigid water, careful not to plunge into the depths themselves, lest the moon hag take her revenge on them. The Mad Hunter removed his clothing and dove in after the fake princess. He followed the shape of the sinking princess deep into the chilly water, down below where ice covered the lake's surface. Finally, he caught her, but when he spun her towards him, he realized she had no head and that her body was stuffed with straw. And then he felt a slippery fin brush his shoulder as the moon hag loomed overhead. The next morning, the princess went to retrieve her gown from the clothing line and found that it was gone. She immediately suspected the goblins of mischief and called, "Goblins, did you take my gown?" The goblins emerged from their cave and nodded sadly. "Now what will I wear?" asked the princess, sad and angry that she had lost her only dress. "Let us explain," said the goblins. So they told her the story of the Mad Hunter, and then they produced his clothing, which was a bit large for the princess, but much warmer than her beautiful gown. She immediately forgave them. "Thank you, my friends," she said, "for rescuing me and for this clothing, which will keep me much warmer in the winter than my beautiful gown." The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the moon hag. But she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted the day he would emerge to once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand. And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter. Yes, story time with Hans. Welcome. Thanks, Ed. And hello, NTC. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we read the story. Let's see if it actually helps
Okay,
for this.
spot the differences.
What differences? Oh, well, the left hand.
It moves. Oh, some of these parts are buttons.
Oh. So what else would be that, maybe?
Is there an extra star here?
Oh,
Or
wait,
am I just
hold on.
imagining that?
Actually, I think it's just looking at the book, right? Yeah, just look at the image. So it's the hand. It's not the star. So let me select that again because that's not right. So I didn't have to read
It's
the story.
just a random star.
But
No
hey.
special meaning.
We did. I would say no, the tree looks the same, but the little girl or the princess is different. And so is that.
Huh. No goblins.
Yeah. In the original, the goblins managed to save the princess from the Mad Hunter.
So, we saved Marianne from something, but not in this version?
And the castle.
Why do you think she added that castle in the background?
See the color of the flag? It could be her mother's castle. It looks like the princess is running away from it.
So, Marianne ran away from home, and she grew up kinda rich?
Yeah, the moon is there. The stars are there. There are two next to the head. There is that branch, and it looks the same. Looks like a hand. We've already done the princess. We've done that thing. Is that there? Yes, it is. And is that there? Yes, it is. So that would be it.
Figured anything out yet?
Nah, still figuring it out.
Okay, let's have one more look. Oh, the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter. There we go. It's a different name.
It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference. That's it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What's in there?
Pictures,
Wow.
letters.
Their father?
Have
Okay,
you
let's-
ever seen any of these?
All the pictures of Marianne I've ever seen were the ones hanging on the walls.
Oh, poor thing.
Why would she keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
Your guess is as good as ours. But it looks like she's a bird lady.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
I can't believe she was a ballet dancer.
That's awesome.
Marianne.
And a good one, too.
God, that's so not her.
Well, not the her they knew. It's important to remember that parents were different once upon a time, even though they're still themselves. Age and maturity.
Did you know she studied engineering?
Wow.
No. It looks like she changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled. Like someone tried to throw it away.
Maybe it was a uni professor. Doo, doo, doo. That thing.
The gold lady. That was
Beautiful.
definitely her mom.
So, did Marianne grow up kinda rich?
Maybe. Would have been nice to have some of that.
Marianne, I can't do this anymore. You deserve better than cliche bullshit like it's not you, it's me. But the truth is, it's all just been too much to deal with, and I've realized I'm just not ready. Wow. Okay, so he's blaming the mother. Wow. And now I'm wondering if this was before or after Brent. Brent, you're a bitch. I'm wondering if this was before or after she was pregnant. We found out.
Could this guy have been any more cryptic? You think the guy with her is Brent? From the letter?
I would guess so.
It looks like a uni photo. So, alrighty then. Piecing some things together.
Tyler, see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next.
Push a little light. Well, I'm just gonna follow you, Marianne. I mean, Allison.
There's the gold lady again. She's all over the board. There was a figure of her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting, right?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
What? What did you say, Allison?
Figured anything out yet?
Hold on. So maybe it sounds like maybe she, maybe got pregnant and the mother kept her in the house, kept her away from there. I'm stumped. Help me.
I'm totally stumped.
What could the story be? But I mean, wasn't listening to what Allison said just now. That's why.
Hey, I can move the piece next to the gold lady.
All these pictures. They look like images from Marianne's life before Delos, don't they?
Well, some of them do anyway.
Interesting.
Maybe that's it then. We need to figure out which ones are real?
The princess dancing, playing violin, spinning wool. I guess this is stuff she did for fun?
Notice how unhappy she looks in all these pictures? I don't think she was having any fun.
Oh, okay, so look, that goes. The cruel parents kept her locked away in their musty palace. So we know she had a bird which she loved, so obviously the mother would get rid of that. We know she loved ballet, so naturally the mother's going to get rid of that. And then for this one... Oh, there we go, engineering. Okay, but hold on. She wanted to do the arts. So that's
The
more
wise
likely.
princess looks like she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the
Okay,
gold
no,
lady.
no, okay. So running away from engineering. That's it then. And then the last one is... Oh, he was a painter. There we go.
What's the
That's
gold
it.
lady do? Is that it?
It's opening.
So the gold lady was horrible.
What's in there this time?
The lodge?
Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam.
Wow.
Look at him. He's so young and happy.
That's this-
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No wonder she was so handy.
Tammy. Who's Tammy?
Oh, so that's how she found the house.
Kodak Island. Whoa.
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is
Commune?
that some kind of commune?
Looks like it. So weird to imagine her living in a community like that. With, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Mary Ann when the whole town was turning on us?
Cool. Just a lot of nice things from people. Let's have a look at this. It says dad at the bottom. I figured it could be the father. But
Father.
Okay. Marianne, I hope this letter finds you well, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I'll have to send it to your aunt and hope for the best. I'm writing to inform you that your mother passed away last week. We just had her funeral reception. The house has been filled with people, friends, family, church members. It's now 11 p.m. He's sitting alone at the table, surrounded by food, flowers, sympathy cards. Cousin Adie brought him beautiful flowers, albums. He wishes that she was there, basically. It's been 4 years. Wow. So she just left them. So the mother was sick and depressed, apparently. Oh, so the father's blaming her. Apparently she was upset that she never got to see the grandchildren grow up. Oh wow, this is terrible. Something must have happened. So he's blaming her. He's saying that it was because she left that the mother had her downfall. All the suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock after dropping out of college? What? No, there must be more to the story. I mean, we've seen... Well, I mean, look, at least in Marianne's eyes, her mother was horrible. So, we don't know if that's the truth or not.
What the hell? Mary Ann was pregnant in 1992,
Unless it's
before
not
she
them.
even got here.
Before us. Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but she could have given it up or miscarried.
What?
Who knows?
Yeah, you're right. Do you think we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
I don't want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging.
There's another sibling. Whoa. There are also letters. It probably spells love, I assume.
This just. Try this one next.
What's this?
Some sort of map?
One day she took her tiara and ran away to the forest. Okay.
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
We'll see where she ran from. To the forest.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey, that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
Okay, so maybe that one.
This is the princess's house.
And then that one.
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
And then time.
Some sort of clock? It seems like it's not doing anything. Maybe it's broken?
I'd like to think they must all connect or something in some way. You think so, Edward? So Edward thinks that the weird creeper person is the long lost sibling. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see. We'll have to see. I don't think there's anything in the book. They didn't tell us to look in the book. I'm just thinking... Well, she ran away, so it's got to start at the castle, right?
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
And then... Oh, wait, we did read in the thing. She made watches, right?
Some sort of clock?
And then she got the house?
This is the princess's house.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh,
sure that's
those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
salmonberry
Hey,
flowers.
that degree in outdoor studies is paying off.
This looks like a dinner. Damn it. Why is nothing happening?
Wait, let me go back and look at that other thing quick. This here. Okay, so we have to piece the timeline together, right? So, what is the timeline?
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker
so
in
the
Juneau before she
watchmaker-
moved to Delos.
Okay, there we go.
No
So
wonder she was so handy.
watchmaker before she went to Delos, and so that means that she could have only been in the house when she was at Delos. But now this is 92. So what is this? Did she maybe go there first? Okay, this is all 92
Salmonberry
though.
Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it.
But it's
So
June.
weird
It's
to imagine
June
her living in a
92.
community like
Oh,
that,
there we go. Okay,
with,
so
you know, other
after
people.
the Salmonberry
The
Park,
weirdest part is
she
how
went
they all
to
seem to love her.
do the
Where was prom Queen Mary Ann when the whole town
she
was
went to do
turning
the
on us?
watchmaking thing, okay? And then I don't have a time for Carol or the house. And this is actually before everything else. This is on the 5th, so it's basically going. The letter is in May of that year. Then she worked at the watch shop. I mean, yeah, no. Then she went to the Salmonberry place. Then she went to the watch shop, and then I'm assuming the other stuff comes afterwards. So let's look at this again. So I'm going to continuously say that is first.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
the gold
everything in the
lady's
stash
castle.
was dated.
Then
Why don't we
she
go take
was
another look?
there.
What's that plant thing on
Then
top?
she was there.
Oh, some sort of clock?
Then, okay, I'm assuming the house comes before the dinner. If not, it might be the other way around.
This is the princess's house. This looks like a dinner party with the
There we
old
go.
bear and the very.
What's in there? Another letter?
The princess's loss. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
The princess's loss. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had made it through the woods into the house with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her desperate flight from the mad hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all, she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any misstep could cause it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window where sun would catch on its surface to shine and wink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marveling in its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake and she would tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone as brightly as it possibly could. Then she would pluck it up, place it upon her head, and walk the woods, feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night she would place it upon its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way, she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but knew it was safest on the pillow while she slept. One night the princess woke to a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its pillow and brought it to bed with her. All through the night she held the tiara close, and in the morning she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed and the princess relaxed. Could the tiara be an analogy for the child? That day was the same as any other, though she perhaps gave the tiara an even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night, she placed the tiara upon its pillow, gave it a quick kiss, and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning, she woke and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara lay open on the ground, broken, dull, and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she had left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara, mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a guttural cry, but though she tried to fix and to polish it, it was gone, beyond repair, and with no shine left. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside and her gaze fixed on a sapling. She remembered how the sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling, and as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a one woman alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. I'm pretty sure this is an analogy for her losing her first child. It's quite sad, actually.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah, she got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
Shame. Terrible.
She left everything behind. Built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
I guess having us helps her move on. But when it looked like we were gonna be taken away,
Of course.
she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest.
You're spot on, Vicard. The baby is probably
Okay,
buried in the
so
garden.
how do we open it?
Okay, so should we do this? We haven't done that one yet. So we can see the symbols. Oh well, there are three. There's what looks like L-O-E. I'm pretty sure there's a V somewhere. It's probably love. Anyway, we'll look at these other ones.
Why are these pictures from the Book of Goblins here?
I don't know. Hey, I want to take a crack at this one before we try to figure out any others.
Okay, fine. What? Set down what?
Here, the Secret Keeper, hiding secrets in the clouds.
Oh, it's all the things we've picked up.
Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle. Back in your pond, Big Frog. We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back. The Ice King goes in the forest, obviously.
Oh, I don't have them all. That means I haven't played the game well enough. Don't have the bear or the fish.
Moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake. Crafty goblins go here. That's the pious pelican spot. The mad hunter, always on the princess's trail.
No, Edward, I'm glad it doesn't say lol. That's really funny. Okay, let's try.
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
All right, should be easy enough.
Well, let's see what the other symbols are. Okay, but before let's just look at the colors quick. So, red is L, O is yellow, and E is orange, right? Yeah, so it'll be... It's Leo. Oh, it's the child's name. Oh my gosh.
All right, should be easy enough.
Shame.
Yes.
Uh, uh.
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
What's in... Oh. Oh, she knew they were gonna find it.
Ollie. She noticed.
Dear Allison and Ollie, we write
I was your
stories.
son.
We write stories to understand and be understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Because that's the tree with the babies buried. Oh. Leo is his name.
Leo Ronan.
Shame.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We're not finished looking at the box yet.
Come on. Let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this.
No.
A baby blanket?
Hey, now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
Yes.
I wish she just explained all this to us.
What a pity. So I'm missing 2 there. And 2 there. So here's hoping maybe they're still to come? I don't know. Probably not, because, you know.
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story.
Okay. That one. So this is another one of those. What's different,
What
I
did you
presume.
give her again?
Why don't we open up the book and check?
Is it different? Collect.
Fresh caught salmon?
Oh, okay, so we've got to actually read the
Or
story. Okay. I don't know if you guys want me to read it. It's not too long. We can. Once upon a time in the ancient and deep forest, the old bear stood on the bank of the river, swiping at salmon on their way to the spawning grounds. Just as he's got his paw on a particularly fat one, he heard a woman shouting for help. He considered simply eating his salmon, but then she screamed again, and he lumbered over to investigate. After a short walk, he found the princess clinging to the top of a tree, while a wolf snarled and snapped at the base of the tree. Old Bear would normally not get in the middle of such a situation. After all, as a fellow predator, he understood the wolf's need to hunt. But when he saw the princess, he was struck by her beauty, and he knew he had to help. With a great roar, the bear heaved onto his hind legs, rising to his full height. The wolf snapped and snarled in his direction, but the bear roared again, and the wolf took off into the trees, tail between his legs. Now, I'm curious to know who the wolf could be. We know that it's not the mad hunter, so maybe it's the father or somebody else. And the bear is obviously Sam. The old bear fell back down onto all fours and stared up at the princess. She regarded him fearfully. "You can come down," he said. "How do I know you didn't save me just so you could eat me yourself?" asked the princess. "I suppose this is a fair question," admitted the old bear, "but I promise I won't eat you." What are your promises? Well, we know that Sam is a good guy, but still. The princess had no reason to trust the old bear except that he had kind eyes, and so she slowly made her way down the tree. When she reached the ground, the bear only watched her, and so she supposed she was not going to be eaten today. Thank you, she told the old bear. Of course, he said. Can I walk with you back to your home? Of course, said the princess. And so the princess and the old bear walked together through the forest back to the big wooden house. After that day, the princess would occasionally find gifts from the bear, a fresh caught salmon, a handful of ripe berries, and newly bloomed bluebell. So there we go. So it would be bluebell, berries, and salmon.
Fresh caught salmon? Some roses, maybe?
No,
Or not? Some honey?
no.
Or not? A newly bloomed bluebell?
Yes.
A handful of ripe berries?
There we go.
Nice. Man, he had it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Ooh. Wow. Oh, wow. It's basically a note from Sam saying how he didn't know how to talk to such a beautiful woman. He gets the message and he understands. Because it's obvious that, she just wanted to be friends. And then he even fixed her car. I think that's how they became friends. I think that's what happened. Shame. It's nice extra context.
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from The Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
That's
And
all about
I
what they
distinctly
stole.
remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
No, we'll have to look. Which one was it? Princess and the Two Thieves. There we go. Can we just... Okay, let's see. What did they say? Okay. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. The house was built from the strong wood of the forest, and it kept the princess warm and safe. The princess was not a native of the forest, but she never spoke about where she had come from, or it made her cry. She did not have many friends, but that was how she liked it. The forest was big and deep, and many paths led to her house, but not many visitors passed by. The princess was happy to be left alone in the house in the deep forest. She knew that the forest would provide for her, but that its generosity had to be respected, so she only took what she needed, and for a long time life was just fine for the princess in the big wooden house. One winter day, when snow blanketed the earth and ice bent the trees low, the wise princess realized that food was disappearing from her house. It was not much at first, only a few fruits and nuts and eggs vanishing during the night. Maybe it's the birds, she said, or the mice. And for a time the princess was okay with losing some food, for the winter was long and the little creatures needed to eat too. But then small items started to disappear as well. There we go. Spoons and plates, forks and knives, and blankets. So, okay, maybe it'll be a little more specific, I assume. Let's keep reading. It was as if every time she was in one part of the house, something disappeared in another room. It can't be birds or mice, said the princess. I think I have a thief. So she went outside to look for traces in the snow and noises in the wind, but there was nothing to be found nor to be heard. That's strange, said the princess. Maybe the thief is hiding inside my house. For many days she hunted, looking behind the curtains and under the bed and in the attic and in the chimney, behind the poles and under the carpets, but she found nothing. And as she searched, food kept on disappearing night after night. I will make a cake, frowned the princess, a big cake, with every egg and fruit and nut I still have, so that I only have one thing to keep my eye on. She spent the whole day making the cake and using everything she had left. The cake she made was so big she could hardly carry it. If I manage to protect the cake, I'll be able to survive the long winter, she said. So she added a lock to the oven, and she kept the big cake safe inside. But the next morning the lock had been opened and the cake had disappeared. At first the princess cried because the cake was the last of her food until the snow melted. But then she noticed 2 trails of tiny feet in the spilled flour, and she followed the tracks to a hidden hatch in the floorboards. This is how the princess realized that 2 tiny thieves were living under the wooden house right below her feet. Okay, so they stole like everything. It stole fruits.
Maybe they took some of the
Eggs.
princess's fruit. I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs.
Don't think they stole sweets, and they stole not clothes, but that.
Some flour for the cake, maybe? What if they took some spoons?
They didn't take flour, so we'll put that back.
Or not.
There we go.
That's it.
Awesome.
I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
That's cute. Alright, so that's 2 down. It's just 2 more to go.
The very old beaver's repair list.
That's the
what did
story
the
where the
beaver
princess's
repair?
house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
Where? Beaver. The beaver fixes the house, number 11. The beaver fixes the house. Oh, it's a really small, it's 1 page. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. One night, a particularly violent storm shook the house. It shook the shingles on the roof and the planks on the walls. It even shook the beams on which the house stood, blowing the whole thing near to the ground. The princess hid in a closet, fearing the house would come down on her as she slept. In the morning, the house was still standing, but it was badly damaged. The storm had blown shingles off the roof and planks off the walls, and even a bent post upon which the house stood. The first 2 things she could fix, but the last concerned her. What will I do? Despaired the wise princess. But though she knew many things, she did not know how to fix the big wooden house. Just then the old bear came by to see if the princess had any trouble in the storm. When he found her nailing planks back into place, he said, "Stop, princess. Let me do that for you." "I'm happy to do it," said the princess. "But if you want to help with the roof, you may." When the pair were done with the roof and the walls, they examined the bent support post. "I could throw my body against it," said the old bear. "I am very large." He stretched up onto his hind legs, being sure the princess could appreciate how very large he was. Talk about innuendo. Then charged straight at the post. He threw his body against it with an impressive thud. The impact moved the post, but too far, and it ended up bending in the other direction. Y'all in the chats. Edward talking about how you'd also want to hide that picture if your kids gave that to you. And Vicard, no, I'm pretty sure Allison and Tyler are definitely her children. Okay, so then they approached the beaver for help. The beaver was good at building things. Okay. The beaver said it would be an easy fix. So it's the shingles off the roof, the planks off the walls, and even this bent post. So it sounds like 3 things. So it's definitely the roof.
She fixed the roof shingles.
Oh, no, wait. What did she fix? Is it just the very old beaver's repair list? Okay, so... So she righted the post with loud slaps of her tail. Went through the shingles off the roof and the planks. So it's the shingles off the roof, the planks off the walls, and even bent this post. Oops. Oh no, wait, hang on. Is it a different story? No, it is. It's the beaver fixes the house. Okay. So it is those 3 things. It was just the shingles of the roof, the planks of the walls, and the bent post. So let's do that. So the roof, the bent
She
post,
fixed the roof shingles. She slapped the post with her tail to right it.
and what's that?
She repaired the water leak.
No, she didn't. She
Wait.
did that though.
She fixed the planks that... All right.
So this must be that other lady.
Damn. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Sick old lady. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So Carol is Eddie's mother, and Eddie looked after the kids. Oh, okay. Makes a lot of sense.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
No
Of
worries,
course,
Ed.
the
Take it later.
goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
Crafty goblins, good deeds. Where is that? Is it Pelican helps her friends? Is that the one? Goblin save the old king. Asking the Pelican forgives the goblin. So I'm gonna go with the Pelican helps her friends. So number 43. This one. Okay. Right. The crafty goblins good deeds. Or could it be the Pelican forgives the goblins? That's number 63. This one, it's the story here. The Pelican forgives the goblins. Okay, so there were crafty goblins, and despite how much the princess fed them, they were always hungry. King crabs in red, blue, gold, and scarlet. Ah. Basically, the goblins are eating all the food that is in the pelican's beak where she keeps everything. They really ate a lot. Okay, so basically the two goblins ate everything when they really shouldn't have, and instead of the pelican getting mad, she was just like, you know, what happened to the food? And then they confessed. And then she said that it's fine, she'll always share her food with them, but then they must in turn do the same to other creatures. That's awesome. Okay, so they scratched the moose. They gave the bear honey. And then they found the princess over a loss she would not speak of. Okay, so they dropped the honey.
They broke open the beehive for the bear.
They scratched the moose.
They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back.
And then they looked after the princess.
They hugged the princess when she was crying. Nailed it. Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
Up and coming artist Mary Ann Ronan. Wow. Interesting. The Tessa's really wasn't all bad. Alright, I think that's everything. Everything up here. Okay.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Okay, well, I'll double check. But
I guess we could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find.
so we've done this. We've looked at all of that. We've done these already. So there's only there's 4 of them. We did those 2, and then of course we've looked at everything over here, of which I allegedly don't have all the collectibles, which is, you know, I'm a little bit bummed with right now.
I wish you just explained all this to us.
Yeah, we're done. We're done here. Let's go. Let's continue with the story.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
Yeah.
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.
Actually, I wonder what would happen if you did have all the collectibles. I'm curious. Okay, are we going to look at the tree now? I'm sure that's where we're going. Where would it be? Oh wait, I think maybe they're
What are
gonna.
we waiting for? I want to know who was here that night.
Okay, but wait. I kind of want to know where that tree is.
Let's try and remember who Marianne was arguing with.
Here we go. Shame. So this is it. This is where Leo Ronan.
This is the spot.
I can't believe he's been down there this whole time. We played Compass and North Star here. I wish she would have just told us.
She tried to tell us. In her own Marianne kind of way.
The stories. Yeah. What are you thinking?
Overwhelmed.
That we just found out we have a brother, and at the same time that we'll never get to meet him. It's a lot to process.
Poor Marianne. Come on. Let's keep going.
Shame.
It's time for us to figure out who Marianne was
Okay,
arguing with
let's
on the
find out.
dock.
Let's find out who the Mad Hunter is. I think it's time. Oh. Here we go.
Almost.
It is him. It's Tom. Bastard.
Tom?
Knew
Tom
it.
Vecchi is our father?
Knew it.
Of course. It had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. It's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and Tom?
I know.
What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he won't?
We know his secret. He will.
Yeah,
Tom?
blackmail.
It's Allison. We need to talk. We know it was you.
Yo, 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 yo.
Let me take the lead on this. I know him better. I thought I did, anyway.
Sure.
I
Whatever.
hope they let somebody else
As
know.
long as we get answers.
Tom is a douche.
Kids, listen.
You're our father. Father.
Yeah? What do you have to say?
Yes.
Jeez.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? Well, we didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. And you would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially. But I supported it.
What an... Wow.
And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
I don't know if he would have burnt it. I don't know. Drown.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment, but she threatened my life.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked.
Yeah, he does come across as a
By the time I
coward.
got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
Jeez. What's happening? It's... Oh, you tried to burn down Mary... What should we do now?
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's gotta fix the mess he made, one way or another.
Hey. You hearing me?
Yup, sorry. I'm trying really hard to keep myself from punching him in the face.
Does he really expect us to believe there wasn't anything else he could have done that night?
I don't know, Allie. I'd rather not think about it.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I was terrified that this whole thing was going to blow up in my face. I had to do something.
He's not even the least bit sorry for what he did. He could have seriously hurt you.
Yeah, he's just a fucking coward.
Damn right.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
As long as none of this gets out.
Jeez.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This'd kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything.
Jeez.
Try talking to your wife? Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
You preyed on her. Yeah.
That was convenient for you, huh? You preyed on her because she was vulnerable. And you knew you could always blame it on crazy Marianne Ronan if you got caught.
It was nothing like that. Nothing at all. Your mother was a very pretty woman.
Yes,
And
thank you,
she'd
Allison.
been so many places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of
What?
us.
Oh, hell
Why?
no.
We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign.
Jeez.
Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne really died.
What an asshole. Gosh.
That night, I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
do it? They made me do it. Why did they do it? It's his fault. It's his fault.
Weak, weak man. Jeez.
Manhunter. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Could have saved her. Gosh. He wasn't such a coward. Everything could have been different.
No! No way! You're a fucking liar!
I saw what I saw.
Ugh! You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her!
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Be smart about this, Allison. Are you sure you want this to get out?
What difference does it make?
You've got way more here to lose than he does. His name will be all but cleared, but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say?
Well, he already knows, bitch.
And Michael? Well, the whole town might turn on you.
No, they won't.
Don't touch her.
Damn right.
You know I'm right.
Just get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please, think twice before making any rash decisions. There are a whole lot of lives at stake.
It'll be
here.
worse for him because if they say
Leave us
what
the
he
fuck
did,
alone.
and then
Never
it
come
turns out
back.
that he was there and didn't help her and didn't report the crime, it's worse for him. Being an idiot. They must realize this.
Allie, you okay? You didn't let that asshole get to you, did you? Did you?
What if he's right? I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
He's trying to mess with your head, and you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head. Don't let him get away with it.
He might not be lying. We keep getting things mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
What's happening? It's the Mad Hunter. No. What is it?
Tyler? 'Cause I... 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 'C
gonna have to make a choice.
She had a gun pointed at me. She chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
She threatened Tom with those exact same words, with the same gun, on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
I guess it's possible. Fuck. I don't know. And we're never gonna know the truth, are we? Because the second you walk away from something, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you just have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Yeah. You need to start dealing, Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you. No more running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it, okay?
Oh man.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna. I'm going to kill you!
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to kill you!
Look, I don't
I'm
like
going-
Tom. I can't stand the guy. I think he's a total asshole. But everything we've come to read about Marianne thus far,
I'm not gonna hurt you.
I can't believe she would have wanted to hurt her children. I
I'm not gonna hurt you.
just don't. There was something else. There has to be something
I'm
else.
gonna hurt you.
Oh gosh.
I'm going to kill you!
So obviously, sticking to her memory makes her feel better about the whole thing. Because it means that she was justified in what she did, but even so, it's still an awful situation. At least, if we do believe Tom's story
I'm gonna hurt you.
and kind of like what she remembers, she can still deal with it. Because either way, she was protecting her brother, regardless of what the actual situation was. And I think that's the one I'm gonna go with. Jeez.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
hurt
like Tom, but
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Oh, please. No, don't do this.
Allison, this isn't what.
She was going to kill herself. Just herself. You interrupted her and we got confused. That attic. Tyler, that was meant for us. It was her way of explaining what she was going through. I made a horrible mistake.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here.
jeez.
Hey, peep what I just found downstairs. What do you think? Will it have aged well, or just gone bad? Where are you at right now?
I just keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
We were kids. We freaked out. You weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
She was just talking to you. And I killed her.
Stop.
I don't want to use our voice again.
Why?
Ever.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it.
No.
This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions. Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay, I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us, us.
Of course. And it's incredible.
The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted
What do you
the day
think?
he would emerge,
Brothers and
to
sisters?
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand.
Always.
And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
Tragic. Beautiful but tragic story. And is that it? Okay. 6 months later. So it's epilogue time. Wow, he looks different.
One last look. I'm good to go.
Oh, we get to play some more?
Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep, gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
How's Juno?
Big and full of people, even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign.
Okay, but you better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
What? Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week. And after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome. Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Ah, yes. I saw your message right before derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, I'm glad Tessa finally left his ass. Karma is a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Allison mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
What a beautiful place.
Yeah, time to move on.
Everything okay, Ty?
Actually, yeah. Everything really is.
It's funny, like, why do they phone each other when they can just do that?
I'm sorry we're leaving you alone out here. Bye, Leo. Goblins out. I hope the next goblin family bakes a lot of sand pies in this. It's too bad Tessa closed her cafe. That other place just doesn't quite hit the spot. Huh. Well, at least she finally dumped his ass.
Wow. Okay, so it's basically just Tessa apologizing for everything she did to them and making them suffer.
Sucks to suck, Thomas Anthony Fecky.
Basically, his life is falling apart, and deservedly so. Mhm. Oh, there's so many wonderful images. Yeah, take them all. Oh, it's just Sam saying thank you. And he's fixing stuff, even though they're not there anymore. That's sweet.
Seeing it empty is so weird, but at least it's the last time we'll ever have to.
Oh, cool. It's a lenticular lens card. That's cool. I should take it. Awesome. Does it actually change depending on... That's so cool. Just Tyler and Michael chatting to each other. Yeah, take it. All the last bits. That's funny. Postbox Bandit is a trash panda. Weird,
Certainly
that's
hope the
empty.
new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
Wonder what they did with all the stuff. Probably sold most of it, if not all of it.
Goodbye, room.
Their room.
Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon? For posterity.
And that's it? There's nothing else? Hmm. We can now depart. what's that? Juno University. Interesting.
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess. Hey, Aaron. It's Ty. Tyler Ronan. I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going along with another rebel with too many causes. I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief. About it going in circles. This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog, and my mother, she just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember. Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
That's a good ending. Shame. And that's the end of chapter 3. There we go. Completed the story with the twins strongly bound to each other. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, I guess that's the end of the game. Hey everyone, and what did you think? Yes, it was. Yes, I agree with you, Edward. It was actually a really wonderful ending. And before we, completely end the stream, let's actually have a look and see the terms of the choices, which is something that I previously forgot to do in the previous chapters. But let's see. Tyler and Allison, grateful they completed Marianne's puzzle. 16% forced the chest open. Who y'all, man? Jeez. Allison was influenced by Tom's testimony. 0% believed in Tom's testimony. 100% believed in the twins' memory. So am I that 0%? Because that's the one that I selected. So I'm curious to know now what the other ending would have been. All right. The twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. Yes, we did. Eddie was relieved that doesn't get. Yes, we confessed the truth. Sam felt understood by Allison. That's good. Oh, we didn't confront Sam with his addiction. Oh, we should have. Maybe that would have made things better. Michael felt closer to Tyler. Okay, so 67%, that's us, kissed Michael. And that's it. Yeah, that's an important message. Because this is a very, very, very intense game about depression, anxiety, suicide. So if you ever feel that way, you should talk to someone, because sometimes people are oblivious to what's going on. But yeah, thank you so much everybody for all of the awesome comments, for the follows, for tuning in each week as I play through this game. I love this kind of a game, and I'm hoping to play more of this style. I know that Don't Nod is releasing another one called Twin Mirror, I think, which is interesting if you think about it, because this kind of feels similar. So we'll see how that goes. Whenever that comes available, I'd like to stream that. But that's it, we've come to the end. come to the end of Tell Me Why, because now we understood. And I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who has been tuning in and has been following and has been watching with me. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Ciao for now.